course, we have to respect the sovereign right of every country to decide on the sessions with treaty, but at the same time, we should not just sit idly by. We should make clear the great importance we attach to this matter. It is particularly important that when discussing with non-state parties, we address misconceptions. Throughout my period as ICC president,
as a refugee, talking about situations in my country, about ratification. To me, Thailand used to be a very peaceful country, and there should not be any problem of ratifying the Rome Statute so that we can promote, universal ratification, right? I like the term, you can run, but you cannot hide. I can't remember who said that. But sometimes when we talk about bad guys, yeah, you can run, but you cannot hide. I think that's a good term. But then when we think about some bad guys, they don't run, and they don't need to hide because they have the systems to hide themselves very well. And I think that's probably the case about Thailand. And I would like to draw your attention to the case of Thailand so that we understand the obstacles that lay in front of ratification. Thailand, 2 years ago I talked with who has become a good friend now, about the role of CICC and Thailand. She used to work with CICC back then, and then now she's Forum, the boss of Forum Asia. And both Forum Asia and CICC are now based in Bangkok. Interestingly enough, yesterday I was told, the day before, was told that Thailand is not the focus of CICC right now in terms of probably the next step, but now the focus is somewhere else. But I think the fact that your offices are based in Thailand means so much. I'm a little too passionate for an academic. I was in the academia teaching in Australia, England, briefly in Afghanistan and in the States for 25 years. Then I decided 2 years ago to found this organization, Thailand Human Rights. We never thought about human rights in Thailand before. We were brothers, sisters, everything is fine, peaceful, beautiful beaches, great food, everything Thai is great. But then one day we realized, wow, we are out there, down there in the pit, bottomless pit down there. Now, I'm here to share with you some brief notes about the obstacles. But you can also go and visit the website. I hope I can do that because there will be information that you can follow. And I would like to have dialogues with you so that you can give us ideas about how the Thailand's human rights can work with the CICC. We have become members for 2 years now, but I would like to look for opportunities to really help you do what you do and learn from you what we can do to help us help ourselves, right? We haven't done much, but thank you very much for the second time of joining this assembly. Now, the obstacles in Thailand. I said, you can run, but you cannot hide. But in Thailand, they don't run. And they don't really have to hide that much because everything works so well together systematically to hide the power. In fact, the very point I would like to make here is that the main obstacle for ratification is almost like a dilemma. Is that the people in power are the people who have caused the abuses, who have exercised mass crime. Now, since they are the culprits, they want to protect themselves. They want impunity. They are comfortable with impunity. And I think that's the case for many countries, I would say that, and Thailand is one of them. In order for you to understand that the system works to protect the status quo. Okay, you know Thailand as a peaceful country before. How many of you think Thailand is democratic now? None? Okay, understandable. Right. Have you heard that Thailand within the past 40 years, there have been at least five massacres, accounting for at least 200 deaths and over 3,000 injuries, at least. That's a very peaceful country with beautiful beaches, great food, beautiful women, some may say, right? And are you aware that Thailand is ranked number 4th among the countries with the most coup d'etat, successful coup d'etat and attempts? You would not believe that. Do you believe that the Thai king is loved by Thais? I guess you do, right? Do you believe that the Thai king, based on Forbes, is 5.4 million times wealthier than the average income of the people in the entire country? Do you know that he is the person coming up with the theory of self-sufficiency? Right? Do you know that out of the coups, all the coups that were successful in Thailand were endorsed by the king? And the king himself pardoned the coup leaders who would otherwise become the rebels, subject to life imprisonment at least, but death penalty. So when people at the top, the army has staged coups successfully many times, they got pardoned, then they killed people, and most of the people involved in the killing happened to be royal guards, the people who were selected, who were affiliated with the palace. Now, since Thais love the king so much, and we are made to believe that we love the king, so everything about the king is not touchable. We have Article 8 that says you cannot criticize the king, you have to respect, you have to revere, and you have to, you cannot sue the king in any way. So I think the main obstacle is that people are afraid to even slightly touch the king if they ratify the Rome Statute. So misconceptions and all that may be used as excuses for not wanting to touch the beloved king. At the same time, though, these people who benefit from the coup, from taking power undemocratically, claiming that they love the king, they have done that, and they want the ICC to stay out of their game. And that's my belief, and that's the belief of the Thai Alliance for Human Rights. Now, the conclusion is this. My question: when the people in power are the people who decide whether to ratify the Rome Statute, whether to let go the impunity that they comfortably possess, what do we do? What can we do? What can we think about the power of the people who actually are the real power that give the power to the representative of the government in power? Have some say in ratification process. I know that doesn't exist. I'm seeking ways of how I can help CICC, I can help other NGOs in Thailand push Thailand towards ratification. I'm also opening for advice from you all about what I, as a Thai, working for Thailand and maybe other countries, because I believe in universality of the justice as well. So open for suggestion, open for advice, and would like to work more closely with the CICC and any other organizations, our neighbors in Asia and Southeast Asia. I think that's probably the end of it, but please do visit the website, http free Thai citizens, or in lowercase .org, freethaicitizens.org/CICC, or in lowercase. There will be information about the massacres, but I warn you, there will be graphic stuff up there about the massacres in the past, and you would not believe the peaceful country that you see is probably worse than that.
Thank you.
That's all. Thank you.
Thank you very much for your intervention here.